All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you back to the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. We are live from Zaxby's Chicken Fingers and Buffalo Wings, 5859 Northwest Expressway, with another edition of the Bethany High School Coaches Show. This time our first with women's basketball for the 2025-2026 season. Yes, we clapped that one up. Very excited for that. Luke Young joined by John Hickman. John, we've got a great one tonight. I've been looking forward to this one. No, you have too.
Yeah, basketball is upon us. Excited about that. The season kicks off tomorrow at home, which will be a lot of fun. We've got a bunch of seniors in the building. This is going to be an interesting squad this year on both the boys and girls varsity basketball teams. There was a lot of seniors that left off the boys team, the whole starting five. So that's kind of a whole new look. And then the girls lost a couple key players to D1 schools. And so there's a lot of unknowns to both these teams that maybe we'll get into tonight.
All right, well, speaking of the seniors, let's go ahead and meet them. Ladies, if you would, please introduce yourselves.
My name is Reese Harris.
My name's McKenna.
All right, and I always ask this to the first guest. How'd y'all get to be going first? Were you bullied into going first? Did the coach say it? Like, what happens here? How were you first volunteers?
Well, we went first last year, and so, like we went together.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
We were just, might as well.
Yep.
Does that mean you are friends? Are y'all like?
Yeah.
Because I mean, not to throw another senior under the bus, but there was one that arrived first. But when she saw that you two were coming up, she said, "Hey, I don't let them go." And then here you are. That other
Yeah.
senior was Maddie McNutt, by the way. She'll be on in a little bit, but she was definitely like, "Let them go." But y'all must be a little tight, right? I mean, or are you not friends? Let's get to it. Are we friends?
No, we're really good friends.
Yeah, we're good friends.
Okay, all right. So you've probably been in the program a long time together, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, since 6th grade.
Yep.
So 6th grade, are you part of the crew? I remember some 6th grade girls that got to play up with the 7th grade team because that
Yeah.
team was kind of slight of number.
Yeah.
And you guys got to play a 6th grader. So you've been playing Lady Bronco basketball for a long time.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Coach Taylor was actually talking about that earlier today.
Yeah.
Because we're like one of two groups that's gotten to do that ever, so
Yeah.
that was kind of cool.
Wow, only 2 groups.
7 years. Going strong.
Has it gone by quick? Are y'all feeling that a little bit as seniors?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I still feel like I'm a freshman sometimes.
Same.
Hey, don't we all? I get it.
No, we don't all.
All right, but the season starts tomorrow. Obviously, that's the big thing. That's why we're here with y'all tonight. I wanted to get y'all on first. As seniors, as leaders, obviously, how are you guys approaching this first game of the senior season?
Well, I'm super excited to get the season started. I love playing games. It's like, honestly, my favorite part of like being with the team, even before the games, like getting ready and then
Yeah.
warming up together.
It is a real lot of fun. And I feel like the team that we have this year, it's like, well, it's not much different than the team we had last year, but it's still like we all get along so well. And it's like we just have a blast when we're with each other. So it makes it so much fun. So I'm really excited as well.
So a lot of good chemistry with the team. You mentioned that there are a couple players that have left. We could highlight a handful, but let's just mention Kate and Donley and Keziah Lofton both went on to D1 schools. Donley went to ORU, Lofton to OU. And I think obviously the talent-wise we'll miss, but it seemed like maybe they were vocal leaders, especially Caton in the locker room. Yeah, big time, right? So as seniors, is that shoes to be filled by someone else, or are we just going to have to find our own way as a team?
I think a little bit of both. I think it's playing without her is going to be very, very different.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to adapt, like especially just like in the game, like playing together, because we're not going to have her to like rely on all the time. But I think like as leaders, I think we've done a pretty good job so far this season, stepping up and filling her shoes.
And it's not even just us seniors. Like juniors and sophomores have all
I
said
think we're doing
stuff.
a good
So
job together.
I think we're all doing a pretty good job of doing it together instead of just relying on one person. So
maybe who would you say is surprised you maybe being more vocal this year or kind of help filling some of that leadership? You mentioned collectively, but has there been a player or two that's kind of stood out to you that, hey, they've kind of really become more vocal in helping us get ready for this season?
honestly, I would say Karen Donnelly.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I was literally gonna say
Those
that.
Donleys are
Karen.
vocal. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, last year she kind of wasn't as much because Kaiten was there, but this year she really has said a lot more and she's being more vocal, which is good. So
Yeah, she's always encouraging during practice.
yes,
And getting us hyped and excited. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I do want to ask about that. Has that been something of a focus during the path leading up to the season, or was that something that just kind of occurred naturally?
The leadership thing?
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of a natural thing. We've never really, like, talked about it, I don't think, filling Caton's shoes in the leadership portion of it.
Yeah.
I think it just kind of
Like, we just all kind of knew that we were going to have to do it, so, and we just have done it together, which I like. I think it's good that we're all doing it together.
No, I mean, that sounds like bought in before the season even begins. Like, they're all on the same page immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Which your familiarity with the program is helping you a little bit here. You knew a little bit about those changes coming season to season.
Yeah.
But I know for the past few seasons, though, women's basketball has been really a powerhouse in the class. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing you guys on the court. Tell me about some of those past teams real quick and the experiences you had playing.
Well, we got to be part of 2 state championships, which was really awesome. And then getting to go to state last year, too. So, like, 3 years in a row going to the state tournament has been a lot of fun. And just, like, getting to be a part of that has been such a fun experience.
Yeah, I agree. This year, though, it'll be interesting to see because it's not the big house.
Yeah.
So.
Last year was the last state tournament there. They've got
Yeah.
the new arena being built, all that good stuff. But this, you're state champions. I mean, that's a pretty cool thing. No one can ever take that from you. Now, obviously, the team goal is, hey, we still want to get to that gold ball. We still want to do as well as we can. Last year, both the boys and girls went to state. That was the first time in school history. That was really, really cool. But what about individually? Do you have, I like as we go into a season, if you've kind of planned out for yourself, like here are the things that I want to see in my own game. Obviously, we know the team stuff, but let's start with you, Reese, and then to you, McKenna. What are some things that you want to see as a player that you kind of have a goal heading into this season?
I think I really want to focus on my ball handling and just, like, making the right basketball decision because I think sometimes I struggle with, like, my basketball IQ because it's not my main sport. So I'm not, like, basketball. But focusing on that and then making my three-point shots because I feel like that's how I, like, helped the team last year. So if I can, like, get back in that rhythm, that would be awesome.
Now, McKenna, you get a little time to think about it because she said something I want to make sure you know, Luke, when she said it's not her main sport. Her main sport is soccer.
Okay.
She's like a big-time recruit, U.S. national team type of person. She is.
Nice.
She's big time. She gets invited to these tryouts and clubs. Now, she's coming off of an injury as well, a knee injury that happened last season, which was so sad because you had really started playing some really good basketball. How are you in the recovery? McKenna, we're still coming back to you about your goals, so be thinking about that. How are you in your recovery, and how's the soccer world looking for you too?
Well, my knee is, like, doing really, really good. It feels really good in basketball, and I'm a lot more confident than I was, like, a month ago. So that's really good. And then I'm actually committed to Oklahoma Christian to play soccer.
All right, yeah,
that's
congratulations.
Pretty recent news.
Okay.
That's exciting.
It's not necessarily the national team, but it's still really, really good.
Not quite, but that's
Yeah.
all right. I'm so excited.
That's awesome. Okay. All right, McKenna, you've had so much time to think about it. Okay, what are the goals for you this season as a player?
Well, I think just, like, hitting the open shots when I am open because I feel like that's my way of contributing, and then also just being able to deliver the ball where it needs to go efficiently and just be able to, get it where it needs to go and help us make that.
If you're
effort,
watching on
yeah.
Facebook, she's doing a lot of hand motions. If
Just
you're
like,
not,
yeah.
she's like making a cake.
Yes, because if we can get it around, I think it'll be really good if we can share the ball good. So.
Yeah, Luke, before maybe you ask something else, I get to see the scrimmages of our Lady Broncos thus far. Reese, you didn't get to play in the first one, but the latest scrimmage I saw you get to play, which was great. And McKenna, what I noticed about you out there is just effort and hustle. I feel like that's an easy way to help the team is for your constant energy and fighting for rebounds and scrapping on defense. Your presence was felt there. I felt like a couple times, too, you had an offensive rebound. Instead of shooting, you kind of passed it out or whatever. You got some opportunities to score. Yeah. And then, Reese, as you mentioned, your shot, I think, is going to be very helpful for this team. So it's going to be exciting to see you play this season.
Okay, so obviously I haven't gotten a chance to watch y'all. But just from how y'all have described your play, it sounds like I'm talking to a bunch of guards. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. I had an inkling. All right. Well, I'm super excited for it. So before we go, I want to ask about just the general style of the team. Is this a high offense? Is this a, efficiency, volume offense, or would you say you're more balanced, a little bit more defensive minded in that aspect?
Honestly, I would say this year we've kind of been a little bit more defensive, just because. Well, I don't really. Yeah, but we've just been a little bit more defensive, but offensively. How would you describe that?
I would say right now we're more defensive, but as the season goes on, like we've already improved so much on offense from the first scrimmage to now. So like if we can get into our rhythm, then I think it'll more balance out.
Okay, I follow you. I get what you're saying there.
Yeah, you got me.
I got one more quick question here. As I talked about the personal goals, has there been like a team word or team kind of theme this year that you guys are kind of, hey, let's rally around? This is our rally cry. This is what the kind of the goal for the team.
No.
I don't think there's a specific word. I just think we're all kind of on the same page.
Give me a couple of keywords that Coach Saylor always says in practice.
I know there's a lot.
Yeah.
I just need to think about
And you have to, if you have to
Effort.
clean it
He
up
always
for
says
live
effort.
air.
Oh, yeah. Give good
Effort.
Effort. Yeah.
Effort. Well, at the beginning of every year, like this is just our word, like every year is like unity, or is it unity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hooves up.
Yeah,
Hooves.
United or something like that. Yeah, I know it.
We might have
it's
to
on
go
the
over it again,
board.
Coach.
They're listening very well.
It's United or something, because he says if it comes untied, we don't want to be, because you flip the I. See?
There it is.
Yeah.
Now it's coming. Now it's coming back.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Maybe the other seniors will know later.
I hope so.
Yeah. At least they'll get to prepare for it.
Yeah. There you go. All right, well, we got to go to break. We're actually about done with our first segment, so we've gone through about 20 minutes here, actually.
Y'all talk a lot.
Sorry.
No good. That's perfect for one of these shows. Don't worry. Don't let him mess with you like that. All right, well, thank you one more time for coming on. Before y'all go and get into that chicken, anything you want to say for the people watching?
Come watch us tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. 6:30 versus
Is it 6:30?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, no girls JV, so it's got you get the tip off a little bit earlier than normal, I believe.
Yep.
All right.
It's going to be fun.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Again. Looking forward to it. To the people watching, we're at Zaxby's Chicken Fingers and Buffalo Wings, 5859 Northwest Expressway here in War Acres. Call 405-603-8190 to get in contact with the store. And thanks to General Manager Chris Wall for letting us come by and do this. Open 10:30 to 10 every single day of the week, and we enjoy being here a lot. They've got a box for us in the back here off camera, and I'm sure everybody's going to get digging into that before too long. But we'll send it to break. When we come back, segment number 2 and some more players coming on.
We are Integrity Heating, Air, and Plumbing, in business for over 40 years. We've provided top-notch service for every company and residential home in the area. Let's take a look inside and let you meet some people.
Hey, Blaine. Good morning. Here we have a part of our call center. This is Tina. That's Gabby. That's our general manager, BJ. Our office hours are from 7:30 to 7:30, Monday through Friday, and we do heating and air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical. Give us a call. We always have specials. Our number one priority is your family, constant comfort, and convenience. We offer 24-hour service.
And in order for us to do that, we fully stock everything here at our warehouse. Whether it's commercial or residential, we offer plumbing, heating and air, and electrical full services. All of our guys are licensed, we're bonded and insured.
Here at Integrity, we offer senior discounts, military discounts, and public service discounts.
You worked hard for us, so let us work hard for you.
Yeah, go Broncos.
Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's does. Come by Zaxby's Chicken Fingers and Buffalo Wings at 5859 Northwest Expressway and find out why Zaxby's is Oklahoma's go-to for great chicken meals. Zaxby's has the chicken fingers, the sandwiches, the wings, and the sauce that will leave your mouth watering. Now with the all-new lemon pepper line of meals. Late Night Zax introduces the Zappetizer Trio and keeps the drive-thru open after 8 p.m. So use the Zaxby's app to earn rewards, and remember that Zaxby's will cater your event. Head to 5859 Northwest Expressway or call 405-603-8190 to make your Zaxby's order now. 405-603-8190. Zaxby's. Name brands and more for less at Victory Mattress Outlet. Welcome to Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. Family-owned and operated Victory Mattress Outlet has options for every budget, like quality 10-inch beds to high-end luxury mattresses fit for a king. You're the winner here. Shop pillows, protectors, bedroom sets, and more. And remember, the friendly people at Victory Mattress Outlet can help deliver, assemble, and set up your mattresses and furniture. Call 405-510-6988 and never pay retail price for top brands again. Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway, 405-510-6988. That's 405-510-6988. Victory Mattress Outlet, where your best night's sleep costs less. All right, and we are back here live on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. Second segment for you here. Two more players coming on for their interviews. But first, we're at Zaxby's. Remember, 5859 Northwest Expressway. They do have the app, so you can go on there, order through your phone, and start earning points towards free food, which I'm still in my college mindset. I still use all those promos and apps and deals all the time. I used one today for lunch. But thanks to Zaxby's for letting us come and do this. Obviously, you can see a little bit of the dining area on the video. It's a great place, super clean, and the people here are super friendly. So do make sure you stop by. All right, but two new faces on, but two faces I'm more familiar with. Thank you both for joining, of course, and introduce yourself for the people who might not know.
I'm Madison Bibbs. I'm a senior at Bethany High School.
I'm Madison McNutt, and I'm a senior at Bethany.
All right, and thank you one more time for coming on. Now, I kind of feel like I get to take this one over a little bit.
Let's do it.
About that. All right, so I said it in the break, but again, congratulations on committing to play at the next level for your respective sports. That's awesome. Always love hearing that. You should be super proud, by the way. I mean, I'm not joking about that. Anytime you get to go on and play at the next level, it's a big deal.
So Bibbs is UCO softball,
Yes.
big time. McNutt cross country. Seminole, where is it? Seminole Junior College.
Seminole State.
Staying a Bronco, just removing an H. I get it. And Seminole State, I've been out there a couple times. It's super nice. That's
yes,
great.
it is very nice.
So before we talk about the basketball, how excited are you both for going to play at the next level?
I'm actually really excited about it. I'm especially just excited to get involved and up my game, really. And I think I'm proud of myself for accomplishing that because I did have some doubts earlier this year, wondering is that something I want to do? And now that it's actually happening, it's a big accomplishment, and I'm finally realizing that.
I'm really excited about it. I never thought I would actually run cross country in the first place, but then it happened, and I'm really excited about it. I get to be a part of a program that's just starting, and so it's going to be a great experience for me, and I'm excited to be all those new faces out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, before you get to go out and do that, we've got another season of basketball. So, obviously, you're both seniors, too, and I'm going to ask one question that was similar to the one we just asked. It's about the leadership of the team. How natural is it for the seniors to step into this role as a group? Because I assume you all have a little bit to say, a little bit of leadership you have to take on, a little bit of responsibility.
I feel like it's easy because when you are a junior, you still have to be a leader like your upperclassmen. So yes, we're seniors and we're at the top, so we should always be leading with our best. But I feel like it should come naturally to us as humans. And when you're in a sport, you can be a freshman and you can be leaders also. But it's more so seniors. We need to be at our best and be very encouraging to those younger ones so that they know, hey, this is how we need to be. This is what we should be like, or let's just be better than that for the next years to come.
I feel like the past leaders that we also have been really big influences, and looking up to them now, we're filling in that role and we have to fill in those shoes. And I feel like that's something oh, what would have so-and-so done? And so it really helps motivate and push us to be better and push our group to be better, especially because we've been together for such a long time.
Do you two get to pull on the other sports for that as well? Take experiences from those and apply them to basketball?
I'd say so, yes. I think mostly because there are some softball girls that play. It's easier to motivate them to be better also.
Yes, I agree. It's no matter what sport you come from or if it's your first one, there's always that leadership that will be there from one sport to the next.
Leadership can be vocal or someone just by example. Where would you fall into that category?
I would say I'm probably more on the example side. I'm not super vocal when it comes to basketball just because that's not a strong suit of mine, but definitely just the effort that I put into my daily practice.
I would say I'm a little bit of both. I can be vocal sometimes, but then whenever I'm quiet, I'm still being an example.
Yeah, both of you are going to be key players on this team. It might not be your first sport, or it's not necessarily what you're going to the next level for, but both of you play key roles upon this team. And this year, in particular, it's going to be so important how you fill that role. As you go into this season, I asked the other girls, I'm going to ask you, what are your own personal goals as a basketball player? Obviously, Bibbs, we'll start with you. And softball, you're killing it, and we're going to the next level. But you still got this basketball season as a senior. I'm sure you want to do well as a basketball player and helping this team. What are your goals?
I think personally, just for me, I want to prove that like I have worked hard to be where I am, especially because this isn't my first sport, and I really have put in effort. And I just want people to like be able to see that because I feel like I lack skill set when it comes to basketball. I kind of am a mental case in that, but I guess my goal would probably be not to think too much about it and just go out and play my game.
Yeah, that's good.
So you asked for a personal goal, but I'm going to say a team goal that I have for us. I would like
Not allowed. Just
Well-
give me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I would like for us to make it to state.
Yeah.
That is, I just would like to be there because for the seniors, that'd be 4 years in a row. And even making it, you can't be, not a lot of people say that.
Exactly.
So being able to be like, hey, we made it 4 years, that's a huge accomplishment, especially for our program. But that was a team goal. Now a personal goal, oh man. Probably just I get so caught up in like negativity when it comes to like me messing up or like if I think I have a bad game, I think my goal this year is gonna be like move on.
It's good.
Let it go. Let's continue on to be better for the team and it's not so much about myself.
Yeah, that's good. If I could be personal with you for a second, I can remember last season a couple of games where you played really well, and maybe your shot wasn't falling here or there, but your effort, forcing a turnover, handling pressure well, kicking the ball out, extra pass. And I would say, great job. You would be down, and I'd be like, no, you really played well. Shots don't always fall, and that is a skill set that you have, but you can impact the game in so many ways. And both of you do that. And you're going to play, as I said, key roles for this team this year. Which will be exciting to see. Now, it'll also be a little bit different because this year, y'all both will have siblings potentially on the court, at least for sure on the team with you at the varsity level. Last year, we had Cameron Donnelly and Caton Donnelly. Caton has moved on, obviously, but you seniors got little freshmen kind of tagging along. How's that going to be for each of you?
So far personally, it hasn't been that bad. Obviously, I definitely get on their butts in practice because they like to mess around. But
Yeah. Please do that for my daughter too.
it's been okay so far. I'd say it's been more fun having them around than I thought it would. I
That's
definitely
cool.
looked at it a lot more negatively before we got into the season, but especially because I just came out of a season with them, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be worse than what it was, but actually it's not that bad. Also with my sister and her siblings, so I know what they're all like. Morgan doesn't really take much from me whenever I try to help out. She has her own game, and I accept that.
Yeah.
I just would like to be a good helper and like a good sis out there. Now she will get on to me if I not doing something good. Which thank you, Morgan,
Yeah.
for calling me
You
out.
won't take it, but she loves to give it out. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, that's how our siblings are.
That's what
They're the
younger
same.
sisters do. That's right. That's right. That'll be a lot of fun to see that dynamic for sure. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see that.
I absolutely thought you were going to come in and say, "Yeah, I was really worried with her sisters right there."
Actually, I'm worried about the Bibb sisters. I'd be worried about them too.
Well, it sounds like y'all have a lot of expectations in a lot of ways. How do you keep those maintained, especially on the day to day getting ready for the first game?
I think it's just take it one day at a time. Like, don't think too much about what the next game or next day has for us. Like, today we were focusing in on our plays and what we need to be ready for tomorrow, and that was today. tomorrow's going to be a new day, and we have to take it and go with it.
Yeah, no, I like that. One day at a time is definitely important instead of looking to the future, because I feel like when we skip ahead, then we're going to just miss over the little things.
Was that something that was focused on in the past a lot as well? Because I've been looking at these past teams, state championship teams. Last year, I believe you went undefeated on the road. You were really good on the road as well. Does that factor into that day-by-day mentality? Each day is something new?
I don't really know what our mentality was last year. We kind of just showed up.
Yeah.
That in and of itself is a mentality. Just
Uh-huh.
Show up when it matters.
And showed up and competed for sure. It was good. Now, I guess one question I should have asked, it was right there in front of me. Who's winning one-on-one between you and your sister? So last year, well, I'll start with you, Maddie McNutt. There was a lot of talk that she could beat you one-on-one, but you were coming off an injury, and then y'all finally faced, and you won that match. But it was still close, and now we've got another year under our belt. So you or Morgan, who's winning?
I'll probably say Morgan.
Okay.
She has the range, and it's
But
kind
if she's
of
off, she's off, But if she's
Yeah,
on, she's on. It's
but-
one of those things.
when she's on, she's on.
Yeah.
But we haven't played in a while, so I think we'll play soon.
All right,
Figure
let's
that out.
Okay, let's go Avery with you.
I will definitely 100% win. She does not. She gets mad way too easily, and she would.
So, and should we bring up Macy? How would that go?
Macy would probably give up before it even started.
Wow. Okay, a lot of confidence on that side. What if they played you at the same time? They're twins, by the way. They're taking you, right?
Madison has
Maybe.
them.
It depends.
Okay.
Unless one of them breaks down and then they get in an argument with each other. They would do that. They would turn on each other by being on the same
Oh
team.
my
and start
goodness.
arguing.
That's funny. You know your sisters.
That is spoken like a real oldest sibling, right? I'm just thinking of things in my past with my siblings that sound the exact same. That is awesome. My youngest sibling would be like your youngest sibling, by the way. I see those similarities. Oh man, that's funny. All right. So we talked a lot about the focus and the expectation. Let's talk about this upcoming game specifically. Crossings is your first game of the year. You've seen them before. What do we expect them to bring out for this first game?
I expect them to come out ready to play. I know they won't take it easy on us, like, because of our past. They're not going to be like, oh, they were this. We're a whole new team. So I think they're going to come out with a great mentality of, like, let's push them and let's see what they truly are. But I think we're prepared for it.
I think we're prepared a lot too, especially with these past practices we've put in. We've been putting in a lot of work, especially on our offense and like preparing, because I've heard that they like to throw out some different defenses. So just trying to figure out what's going to work against them best and trying to simulate things for tomorrow.
I don't want to pry too much into the practices, but has it been preparing for a lot of man, a lot of zone?
Mostly zone, yeah, but we've thrown in some man plays too.
Okay, I got you.
What kind of defense are we going to be in?
I think we'll be in man.
Probably man. We haven't practiced a lot of zone yet, so.
Okay. All right. We're going to bring any pressure with a little full court pickup, or we're going to pick up in the half court?
I think we might pick up.
Now, Crossing's listening right now, so if you don't want to give too much away, they are tuned in. They're looking for bulletin board material, but we could give it to them. We're confident. We could take them out, right? Yeah, Crossings. Okay. All right, we'll let them know.
Just in case you didn't have enough writing on it already, he's adding a little bit more for you.
Come on.
You should thank him, obviously.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because I believe in y'all. That's what I'm about.
All right. Well, we've got a few more minutes here. We've got about 4 maybe before we got to go to break. So I do have one question. With a lot of family, there's got to be a lot of obviously the humorous things that happen on the floor. Nicknames. All the pro athletes have a nickname. Do we have any nicknames going around the team? Something
we
got refer to the
we
siblings?
got Maddie and Maddie here.
Well,
we
besides Maddie 1 and Maddie 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we go by our last names.
Yeah.
But now there's other Bibbs and McNutt.
Well, Morgan knows her spot.
Ooh. Okay.
Sorry, Morgan.
What's her spot? Help us understand.
Morgan.
Okay.
I'm just when people say McNutt,
They're talking about
they're
you.
talking about me.
Okay.
And when we say Bibbs, we're talking about Madison.
The Bibbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
There has been a few practices where they've called me Madison, and it's kind of thrown me off a little.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's different, but it's okay.
Okay. Well, what other nicknames we got here?
Well,
What do we call Regier?
Cammy.
All right, because we have a Cameron and a Cameron.
And then Cameron Donnelly is KD.
Yeah, we call her Katie or just Cam. But
So Regeer's never Cam?
Sometimes.
Okay, see, I'm confused.
It
They
depends.
know when their names are being called. They
Yeah.
know.
By tone, Cam. Cam.
Who else? What's her?
What do we call Reese? Reese's
Reese.
Pieces?
No, we don't really have a nickname for
Oh.
Reese.
I was going to make an injury joke, but I'm not going to. What about McKenna?
John,
I
first
know.
show.
I know. I'm sorry. Gosh, it was there. Hey, be proud of me. I pulled it back. What about McKenna? What do we got for her?
I had one.
Hey, now last year, one of the big things that I remember from last year is the snowball fight at Bronx.
I loved
Oh my
that.
goodness, I wish we could go back.
That was such a team bonding type of event.
It was fun.
Should we be praying for a snowed in type of moment again?
Yes.
Okay. Has there been anything yet that's kind of brought some team unity?
Not really. I
Okay.
think we all just the chemistry we've built up already with our practices in this preseason. I feel like we all click together very well. And we're all everybody has the same humor. So when something happens, everybody's dying laughing
Yeah.
all the time. There's always something that somebody's laughing about.
Now who's following?
Macy.
Okay.
She trips
Now,
sometimes.
speaking of Macy, it does seem like there could be some freshmen that have roles this season on this team. How do you handle a freshman coming in? Is it open arms or is a little bit of ribbing and hazing involved?
I'm more open arms because I know what it was like to be a freshman
It's good.
and to come in.
It depends on if it's my sister or not, but I would definitely say more open arms because we were in their shoes.
Yeah, you know what it's like.
Yes.
That was more the answer I was expecting.
That's fair.
All right, well, I think we're about out of time here. So before we go to break, anything else y'all want to say to the people?
Come out and support us tomorrow.
Yes, come out tomorrow. We're excited.
Come catch the dub. They'll be there.
That's right. Lady Broncos.
Yes, all right. Thank y'all for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're going up to our next break here from Zaxby's 5859 Northwest Expressway. We're going to be here for another 20 minutes. We'll be here until 7:30, and then we'll all get on our way. But thanks to Chris Wall one more time and the friendly people here at Zaxby's. We'll be back after this break with the head coach himself. More after this.
Your home and your car are more than just things. They're where you make your memories, and they deserve the right protection. At Blake Nightingale State Farm Insurance, well, he gets it, and that's why he's there. For your home, life insurance, car, and more, call Blake Nightingale 405-728-1313. Blake Nightingale State Farm Insurance, 7304 Northwest Expressway. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there. State Farm Insurance.
Come see us down at Smoothie King. We have two amazing locations to serve you. 5914 Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City and 5921 Southwest 3rd Street, located right in the heart of Oklahoma City. Folks, we have the awesome Dude Perfect smoothie. We have wonderful enhancements to get you ready for your workout. Rule the day. Smoothie King is your one-stop shop for delicious smoothie action. Come see us at Smoothie King.
Tanko Mechanical, Electrical, and Plumbing is a commercial and industrial contractor. They offer end-to-end client experience that includes seamless communication, budgeting, staffing, on-site organization, and it's solid quality handiwork every time. The past projects include both new construction and repairs and restoration. Occupied and fully operational job sites are never a problem. They can also plan, manage, and build multi-phase jobs. We are a turnkey plumbing, electrical, HVAC, and mechanical contractor. Tanko Company, give them a call at 405-255-7804. Again, that's 405-255-7804. Tanko.
And we welcome you back one final time here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. We're sitting down with the women's basketball head coach, Coach Saylor.
The man.
The man. ear to get talking to them. But first, we're from Zaxby's, 5859 Northwest Expressway, right on the intersection of the Expressway and MacArthur. 405-603-8190. Remember to go to the website, zaxbys.com. They've actually posted their holiday hours for those that have been potentially wondering about that. Tomorrow they're doing a company Christmas party, so they'll close at 4:30.
Well, we're not invited?
Unfortunately not. I already asked.
Oh.
They said no. They said we'd get in the way of their laser tag game.
Well, that's going to be big. I mean, they got the space here. That's pretty cool.
On Christmas Eve, they're open 10:30 to 5. Closed on Christmas Day. New Year's is 10:30 to 8, and New Year's Day 12 to 9. So they're their holiday hours for everybody. Thanks to Zaxby's for letting us come and do this. Coach Saylor, this is my first time getting to talk to you, so thank you for coming on.
You bet. Thanks for having us.
But you and John are obviously a little bit more familiar.
We go way back.
Way back.
Couple of years.
2 years. Well, his son was a stalwart on our coaches show, even though, we always call it the coaches show, but it's a lot of players.
Yeah.
But Ben Saylor, who graduated last year, played football for the Broncos, and he loved being on the show. He loved the spotlight. And so I probably got to know him first, really, before Coach Saylor as much. But getting to call the games and having Coach Saylor here, thank you so much. It's a tremendous honor. We appreciate it.
Well, thanks for all you guys do for our school and our program, and especially girls basketball. You guys bring attention to us, and we need all the help we can get for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, what questions could we ask that we hadn't already asked the girls? But no, I'll pick your brain about the basketball a little bit. So I asked them what they expect from Crossings coming forward tomorrow. From a coaching perspective, we'll jump right into it. What are you expecting from this game?
Well, it's kind of hard to really get a good scout when you haven't played any games. So we've gotten some scrimmage tape on them. So we've been able to watch a couple of things and, just to see what kind of system that they run. They do a good job over at Crossings, just working with the girls that they have in their program. I feel like they're going to run a lot of zone. They run some 2-3 zone and a 1-3-1 half court trap, that type of scenario. Their program is down right now as far as numbers. They don't have a JV program. Which, in my opinion, really hurts them because I spent 10 years as a JV coach at Edmond Memorial, and I knew the importance of developing girls in your system through the JV pathway was super important. And so when you don't have that, I think that's going to, eventually catch up to them. This year, we're super excited because we have a lot of numbers in our program. And as I've been here, this is my ninth year. And as far as our numbers at the high school level, we have more girls in our program than we have in the previous 9 years. And so that's something that's super exciting for us as coaches.
Coach, you mentioned tape. I'm always curious to this. One, everything's digital with Huddle, and our coaches, I guess they're willing to share video of their scrimmages and games, or do people kind of play coy with that? Is it always friendly, or is there a little competitive nature with sharing of tape?
Well, I said the word tape, because I've been in this profession for 30 plus years, and I can remember having everything on VHS tape. And you would have to record it.
Yeah, real tape, yes.
And then when you wanted to exchange tape with other coaches around the state, it was like FBI, CIA stuff. You would have to meet them in a dark alley somewhere and drive, 3 hours or 2 hours, to exchange tape, meet a coach in the parking lot. People are like, well, that's weird. And it really was kind of weird. And then everything got put on CDs. And so we started burning, DVDs.
Yeah.
And the same thing, we would have to pass it and try to get, things from other programs. And, but now with Huddle, everything is online. So that helps out a lot. And, over the years, you build relationships with other coaches and other programs. And, hopefully you let them always know that, hey, if there's anything you need, just holler, I'll share our scout or, game film or scrimmage film, whatever. And hopefully they do the same.
Right.
And so over the years, you just build those relationships and you have favors out there, and so, as it's a, it's a small world with our coaching staff and other coaches from other programs, we've known for a long time. And so we'll reach out and they're more than welcome, more than happy to share their huddle film with us. And so, we kind of have to play the detective a little bit. And since scrimmages aren't really, known to the general public, like where it's not on the OSSA rankings or anything like that. So you just kind of have to like pick and choose. Coaches, have you scrimmaged? Who have you scrimmaged? And so we kind of just play that path and just try to find as many films that we can, just so that we can get a good concept of what they do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the first game is tomorrow night at home against Crossings. Make sure everyone comes out and supports the team. As I'm curious too, Coach, as you think the long term or the long view of the season, you want to be playing your best basketball towards the end, heading into hopefully the state tournament. How do you, but yet you want to win every game. So how do you do that as a coach to ramp up the girls to where they're really peaking at the right moment?
We talk about this a lot in practice. Every opportunity we hit the floor, that's an opportunity for us to a learning experience for us to get better. And so even though it might be in practice, it's an opportunity. What are we going to do with that opportunity? I told the girls today, I said, and I used Caden Wright as the example. I said, if I'm looking to get Caden off the floor and Caden goes out and hits 3 threes back to back, and I can't take her off the floor, she's gotten the most out of that opportunity. And so you just kind of have to build on that, and stats matter. If I see a girl that's, out there blocking out, rebounding, that's something that's essential that we have to have, and so maybe she's not the fastest runner, or maybe she's not the best 3-point shooter that we have, but I do know that when the ball's going up, she's coming down with it. Those are things that are important, taking care of the ball. Are you turning the ball over? We talked today in practice that, no one in our program is perfect. We're going to make mistakes, but what we want to know as coaches is, how are you going to bounce back? How are you going to bounce back and try to turn that mistake into a positive? And I always share this with my teams. At UConn, when I was the head coach at UConn, I had this player named Sarah, and Sarah would go out there, and she was kind of a freestyle, and a little bit, and she'd go and turn the ball over, and I get so frustrated, and I'd look at the bench and I'd say, so and so, go in for Sarah. Well, by the time that the girl checked in at the table, by the time that the next dead ball happened, Sarah got a turnover and made an assist, then hit a 3, then got another steal. And then the girl at the scores table was like, you want me to go in for Sarah? I'm like, no,
Switch it out.
Yeah, go for somebody else. But that's what we want. We want to see how they're going to respond when they're punched in the gut. And we talked about that at practice today. Going through life, you're going to be met with failure. And what we want our girls in our program to do is to be able to bounce back and turn that negative into a positive. And that's what we're looking for tomorrow. We're looking for girls that, will play with their head up, make the best basketball decision for our team, so that we can move forward. And we have a starting 5 in our mind right now, but, for our scrimmages, we've tried to change it up every quarter. Who's starting next, just to give those girls the opportunities to see what to do. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Let's see how this group of 5 does. We're a firm believer that, we've got about 10, 12 girls that we can throw out there that, that can do their job and do their job well. And so we're excited to see that and get that started.
Now, I've got a ton of questions I could ask out of that, but I will ask tenacity. I wanted to hear your thoughts on the word the girls used, unity or united or whichever one it officially is.
We'll find out in a second, I think.
So we talk about this in our program a lot. We in our program, we want to stay united. And if you don't become united, then you're becoming untied. And the difference between untied and united is the letter I. And so where am I in this scenario? Am I part of the team? Am I making good basketball decisions on the court? And so that's just kind of a phrase that we use within the program behind closed doors. This is, we want to stay united and not become untied.
McKenna got there, to be fair.
Yeah, that one makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely seemed like an approach that has worked out for you. I mean,
Yeah.
you're a very winning coach over the time you've been here.
That's not how we view that at all. We know that we have been very fortunate to have some really good players in our program, and yes, along the way we've kind of had some say so on how we present that group of girls and do those types of things. But we're super excited about this group of seniors. Like I said, they've been in the program for 7 years now because they got to play as sixth graders, and we're excited to see what they can bring to the table this year and help this team be successful. So.
Yeah, you lost some from last year too that immediately come to mind is Kate and Donley, who went on to ORU, and then Keziah Lofton, who's now at OU. Keziah didn't get to play a lot of the year because of her injury that comes back toward the end in the tournament, and but obviously a back-to-back state champion. Both of those vocal leaders, we've talked with the girls about who's leading. What are you seeing on that front about who's really kind of stepping up to the challenge to help be those vocal leaders for this team?
Yeah, it's, definitely when you look at this program, we've had a tremendous amount of success. A lot of that success was because some of those girls that you just mentioned, and just having that voice out on the court, was just like having a coach out on the floor during those games. And, and as this senior group has realized early on that they needed to be the voice, and we've had lots of conversations and practices about, hey, we got to talk, we got to communicate, we got to build each other up, we got to continue to push forward. If you see a mistake on the floor, we need to help correct that. It's not being bossy, it's not being I'm pointing somebody out. It's that, hey, we want to win, and we want to get better as a team. And so these are some of the things that we have to fix. And so I think as that group of 4 seniors, as they've progressed through preseason and scrimmages and now to the actual season, their voices are starting to be heard a little bit more. And I think they're being confident in what, they've been through over the last couple of years. And now they're willing to share their knowledge of the game with others. And so I think that's been really beneficial for them to see that, hey, it's my turn. It's my turn to step up and to be that voice.
Yeah.
As a coach, is watching the players grow like that one of the best parts, one of the proudest parts of the job?
It just, like I said, they've been in the program for such a long time. And I can see at Bethany, one of the great things at Bethany is that I get to work with the middle schoolers every day. I'm on the court with them in the mornings, and I get to see them grow and progress. And I can remember, this group of seniors back when they were in 5th grade, and we would have Purple Power, and Purple Power was just an opportunity for those girls, any 5th graders that wanted to come get in the gym, to get in the gym and shoot and go through some drills. We did that. And so they've been a part of that Purple Power program for a long time. And just to see them develop along the years has been really beneficial for us as a staff to see that, the hard work is starting to pay off, is starting to show. They've been a part of a program that's had tremendous amount of success, and they've had some great opportunities to play with some really talented players, but this is their time. And so we're excited about that and to see what they can do.
I've got like 2 unique special questions. Coach, I think it's unique and special that you get to coach your daughter. Emma Saylor is on the team. Tell us about how that is to be a father and coach for your daughter.
My wife, Amy, and I, we have 5 kids, and Emma is the youngest. And all 5 of them have been totally different. My oldest, Megan, she's 27 and lives in Tulsa now. But I got a chance to coach her in high school, and her freshman year, I think she set the record for most stadium stairs right now. And it was new to me having to teach her and coach her. And my expectation for her was much higher than anybody else. And the bus rides home or the car rides home from the gym weren't great. And then I finally realized that my relationship with her was much more important than the game of basketball. And when I was able to put myself in that position, that changed our relationship, and that changed the way that she played and the way that she was coached and how coachable she was. Megan was the first one to go through that. Emma is the last one. And so my previous knowledge, I'm drawing on what I've learned through the other five. And so, you know, as a coach and as a dad, you know, I would love for her to step out on the floor as a freshman and just light it up and, you know, play varsity minutes. And she wasn't there. And so over the years, you know, slowly developing and slowly, you know, we had conversations today on the way from home from practice, you know, hey, you know, I really, and this is coming from Emma, you know, I really feel like, you know, these girls are doing a really good job of understanding the offense and blocking out and doing some things. And so when I'm hearing that, you know, that gives me confidence as a dad that, hey, you know, she's in tune, she's paying attention. And so, you know, hopefully this year, you know, I think her time is there. She's going to start to get some of those varsity minutes, and we'll see how she responds to those. And so, you know, it's an exciting time for me as a dad and as a coach. But ultimately, you know, it's, are you ready for it? You know, and if you're not, I don't want you out there. I don't want to see you fail and fail and fail and fail. You know, I want you out there where you're confident in what you're doing, and, you know, and maybe those minutes will come, you know, a minute here or a minute there, and hopefully we'll gradually build.
Yeah. And my last special and unique question, we had 4 seniors on. 3 of them are playing a different sport at the next level. They are collegiate athletes, from soccer to cross country to softball. Super, super cool. We lost a couple that went to basketball, but here you've got multi-sport athletes. Is that for you special and unique being in Bethany?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've coached at the 6A level at Edmond Memorial and then at UConn. And at those schools nowadays, you're single-minded. You know, you're a one sport athlete. And I had mentioned Megan earlier, my oldest daughter, when she was at UConn with me, she played 3 different sports. And that was so rare that her senior year, she was given the awards athlete of the year just because she excelled at all 3 of those sports. And so I always knew that I wanted my own kids to play multiple things because I think they can learn through other programs, through other coaching styles. And when you're on a different team, your role is totally different. You know, Emma plays volleyball for the varsity volleyball team. And I believe that, you know, being out there in those crunch time minutes is going to eventually help her get out onto the basketball court and help us at the varsity level there as, you know, you got McNutt that does softball and cross country and is going to go run cross country. You know, those things are helping her on the basketball court. You got Bibbs, you know, a big time softball player. You got Reese, a big time soccer girl. You know, you got McKenna, who is one of the 5 bags for golf last year and will, you know, carry a bag this year. So what they can learn through those other sports is amazing. And I encourage that. I want them to go out there and be a part of those programs. And it helps Bethany.
Yeah.
It helps me because if I would say, no, you're just going to do basketball, then I probably wouldn't have 4 seniors, you know, and
that's right.
And that would hurt our program.
Well, and Caton played soccer last year because I played volleyball. I mean, and they're playing basketball, but they play multiple sports with Bethany as well.
Definitely. You know, and I know that, you know, they've tried to get Caton to come out and play soccer at ORU. And
wow.
She's like, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just part of it. You know, we want those girls to be athletic. We want them to do multiple things. We don't want to see their bodies be broken down over and over and over again by doing the repetition, same thing over and over again. So we encourage that. And like we said, we want them to play that different role in a different sport. So that they learn, they know what it's like to be coming off the bench, or they know what it's like, you know, when you're not the prime time player, how you can help. So your team be successful.
Man, I could keep talking for another hour here.
I don't know if Coach Taylor could.
I know, but there's just so many interesting things you said right there. Just so many points.
And we get a whole season of this.
I know. It's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. But.
Yeah, I am. We're excited, and we're excited about. We're done with the scrimmages, and we're ready to kind of see what we can do. In our scrimmages early on, we learned that we wanted to play some full court man defensively and pick up, and just us to be able to encourage that as coaching staff to get out and defend was super important for us in this scrimmage season. So we're excited to see what happens with this with games starting this week, starting tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'm super excited too. And we're going to be out there. We'll have it on video. So we'll be doing the whole thing, the whole shebang.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Well, we've run out of time here, folks. So we do have to send you on your way and send Coach Taylor on his way. I'll ask you the same thing. Anything you want to say to the people watching before we go?
It's that time of year, where the gyms are full, and being at Bethany is a super important place for us. It's our home. It's our community. And we get that encouragement from the fans coming out and supporting us and supporting the boys team. So we'd love to have you out tomorrow.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you again, Coach.
6:30 tip, right, Coach?
That's right. 6:30 for varsity girls, 8 o'clock for varsity boys.
Right. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm excited. Oh, man. All right. We've been live from Zaxby's here for this coach's show tonight. We have finally come up on the end of it, so we're going to send everybody on our way as we get ready for the game tomorrow. Again, 5859 Northwest Expressway is the address. One more time, call 405-603-8190. They're open until 10 p.m. tonight, so you still got plenty of time to get in here and get some great chicken meals. We will see you tomorrow, 6:30 tip. Bethany High School basketball in the first game of the 25-26 season. Don't miss it. John Hickman, Luke Young going to be on the call. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you there. God bless.